Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's me, Logan Brown. Today's video is my speech about why I should be the sole president and ruler of the world. And you'll be on my side at the end of the speech. I'm just going to explain myself a bit, right? So, you've got, over here, there should be a slideshow for your viewing pleasure, of course. You've got people like, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Kanye West. They all have something in common, right? It's not that I would mail them a corn dog if given the opportunity, although I would, okay? But that's not what I was looking for. The correct answer is that they are all people who have run for president, right? Now, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, they cause division, right? Half the country is for one, half the country for the other. Like, what are you supposed to do about that, right? Well, here's one thing, right? Everybody loves me. It's an indisputable fact. I am loved by every single person in the world. Now, I would have 3 acts as president. My first act would be to end world hunger, right? My second act would be to stop division of people, because people hate being divided, people hate hating other people. My third act would be to make everybody happy all the time. Now, how do you solve world hunger? It's not just some math equation that you plug in world hunger for X and solve for world hunger, right? But if ancient civilizations can figure out ways to have properly watered farms and great agriculture with ancient technology, we can figure it out with modern technology, right? See, the biggest issue I see with the starving people, and it's mostly associated with Africa, because it's a huge desert, there's not a lot of water, but the biggest problem I see is that the civilizations in Africa are so far away from the water. There's a huge distance between civilization and the water supply. Now, I don't know if you know, like, Civilization 101, but basically the first rule of civilization building is you build near water, because there's food there, there's water there, which can not only give you water, but also your livestock, your crops, and you need water for just basic living, right? So they don't have to walk 20 miles uphill to get water, and then 20 miles back uphill the other direction to get back home on 1 foot for some reason. The water is just on their thing, right? Now, the way to fix this, of course, is to just move them to the water, and then everything's solved. And I see no problems with this. You just move them to the water, and then they can water the plants, animals themselves, and there's fish. The next thing I have to solve, right, is division. How do you stop people from being divided? That is easy. You'd simply outlaw the use of division and multiplication, because how can people be divided if it's illegal to use the division symbol, right? If it's illegal to divide, you can't be divided. Give me something harder to solve, people, come on. Now, as far as being happy all the time for everybody, I'll be using taxpayer money to build a number of Chick-Fil-A's, In-N-Outs, and Krispy Kremes, because you can't go wrong with Krispy Kreme. And Chick-Fil-A, just best chicken in the world, and In-N-Out, it's just good burgers. Like, there's honestly nothing wrong with it, right? And people are never happier than when they're in a food coma from the Polynesian sauce and the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. They're just never happier, right? Now, maybe you're asking yourself, Logan, what makes you so electable, right? You're just a teenage kid with some weird dream to rule the world and some brilliant ideas for world hunger and division and happiness, right? Well, let me just start off with this quote, okay? It's from Bill Gates. It says, "Surround yourself with people who challenge you, teach you, and push you to be your best self." And while that's a good quote, I'm already my best self. In fact, I'm the best person on the planet, so that really doesn't help me very much. Now, my ego is something that makes me very electable, because it is the world's smallest ego. Do you see that right there? You see how small that ego is? World's smallest ego. I'm also the world's most humble individual, right? So you all know Mother Teresa. She's classic, humble, right? So you just take this picture of Mother Teresa, and you might as well just look like that, right? Because I am just so humble. Now, something else that makes you electable is my IQ, okay? Here's a graph that you can all see. It shows 3 different bars. The first bar, the blue bar, is the IQ of the average individual, which is around 90 to 110, so up at 100 is just straight down the middle. Average IQ is 100, alright? The red bar is Albert Einstein, whose IQ is 160, which is really, really high. He's the red bar, 160. The yellow bar, or orange, I guess, kind of same color as my sweatshirt. You're thinking, what is that, right? It's above Albert Einstein. That's my IQ, and it's 210, which is actually above the maximum because I'm just so unbelievably intelligent. Now, if you don't believe me, then you're wrong. So please, vote for me for president of the world. And eventually, your rights to vote will no longer exist, and I can just vote for myself. But until then, I need you guys' support. So please, vote Logan Brown for president and sole ruler, dictator of the world 2021. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the campaign trail. Thank you very much.